Hello, YouTube community. It's Robert S., and welcome back to Robscure Music. In today's video, I want to introduce you, perhaps, to a group called Voice of the Beehive. Now, Voice of the Beehive, and I'm sure many of you have never heard of them, but Voice of the Beehive was a band that was formed in London in 1986. They're basically an alternative pop band. The members include two California women, Tracey, Bryn, and Brooke Belland. And they would do the vocals. And then there were three British musicians, Mike Jones, Martin Brett, and Daniel Woodgate. And Woody was a former member of the band Madness. And you may have heard of Madness, even if you haven't heard of Voice of the Beehive. And Voice of the Beehive, they're still active to this day, doing some concerts. I think they're still releasing some music, but it's not widely distributed. They essentially only produced 3 albums between 1988 and 1996. The band's music is, as I said, it's alternative pop music, but it's infectious pop, and it has it's hook-filled. It's a very distinctive type of sound that they have. It's a lot of energy. Their lyrics are often clever, often witty, sometimes really biting. But it's so much fun. It's just so much fun to listen to. And as I said, they released 3 albums, and the first 2 albums, in my opinion, really display that high energy, witty lyricism, the pop sound that they established with their first album in 1988 called Let It Be. Whoops, wrong one. That they established with their first album, Let It Be. Again, Voice of the Beehive. Let It Be, B-E-E. And this album produced 5 singles, 4 of them in the top 100, and 2 of those 4 actually made the top 40. And I'll show you that track listing again. They have a song on here called Don't Call Me Baby. That charted at number 15 in the UK. That was their highest charting single, and it was sort of their defining single. This came to represent the band. They also released that on a 10-inch single, 10-inch 45. This is a limited edition fold out. I don't know how many of you have actually seen these fold outs, but you can actually, well, why don't we start at the bottom? And you know, they've got like I guess this was it lyrics here or something. Too wavy to read, but it basically just folds out. So you've got some band members here. Let's see, he's that way, and he's over this way, and then you've got him. Okay, and it's hard to do this while you're unfolding all this. You don't want to drop the record. Plus, you've got the record in here, and there are the girls, Tracey and Melissa. So little complex folding here, but it's kind of fun. I like different, unique type of packaging like this. And on the 45, we've got Don't Call Me Baby, which became their biggest hit. And also, as I said, kind of representative of the band. And then you have Jump This Way, which is actually not on the album. And on the second side, we have I Say Nothing, which was their second single. And as a matter of fact, I Say Nothing was released before Don't Call Me Baby, but it only reached like the mid-40s. And when they released Don't Call Me Baby, and that became a bigger hit, they re-released I Say Nothing, and it climbed to number 22 on the charts in the UK. And then the other song on there is Goodbye Tonight. So nice to have this. But getting back to Let It Be, as I said, very infectious, high energy, lots of fun to listen to. If you like the Go-Go's, the B-52s, this will be in your wheelhouse. The first song here is Beat of Love, which, again, you got those sort of biting type of lyrics. And as a matter of fact, let me see if I can read you some of the lyrics. And I say, let me see if I can, because I'm old, I use glasses, and look at this print. Look how small this is. It doesn't look so bad when I'm holding it up close. That's what I'm trying to read. All right, so it starts out, the beat of love's a nasty one. It's a flame from the devil's fire. Because nothing is stranger than boys in their eyes, and it's worse when you know he's a liar. It's just the beat of love. The beat of love is a nasty one. They promise you heaven, they promise you fun. The next thing you know, you're down on the floor and you think you're in love. Oh, heaven above, it's just the beat of love. And then the second song, Sorrow Floats, another clever song, basically about somebody who is turning to alcohol to drown their sorrows. But as the song says, sorrow floats. So don't turn to alcohol, or at least not to drown your sorrows. And then, of course, Don't Call Me Baby, fantastic song. The Man in the Moon, another sort of clever one. The Man in the Moon is my... Wait, let me see if I can read this. The Man in the Moon is my man. He never says nothing, so I know he understands. He's the brother I never had, the husband I never want. He's everything to everyone. He's famous. He's the Man in the Moon. So I get such a kick out of this music. And then the other songs on here are just as good. What You Have Is Enough, Oh Love, I Walk the Earth, Trust Me, I Say Nothing. There's a Barbarian in the back of my car, Just the City. Absolutely fantastic. So that's Let It Be. That was their debut. Then in 1991, they came out with Honey Lingers. Now, this album was really my introduction to Voice of the Beehive. I heard this, and that was it. I was in love. I mean, this is amazing. First song, Monsters and Angels, that's the song I heard, and I said, I got to know who this is. I've got to find out about this group, Voice of the Beehive. And this album produced, I think, 3 or 4 singles, all of which reached the top 40. Monsters and Angels, fantastic song. Adonis Blue, I Think I Love You. Yes, that's a Partridge Family song, and they do the cover. As a matter of fact, I may have made a video about that. You may find that on my channel if you look for it. But yes, I Think I Love You, right there. Who covers the Partridge Family? Voice of the Beehive. Look at Me, amazing song. That and still true today. Look at Me, look at me. the world's crumbling around you, but yeah, I know, but look at me, and social media, man, they called it back in 1991, beauty to my eyes, just like you, little gods, I'm shooting Cupid, say it, and perfect place. Perfect album. So again, so much fun, such high energy, such great lyricism on here. So those are two that I kind of want to focus on. I'm going to be playing the music, some of the songs, not complete songs, but some of the music from these two albums. They did in 1996, after having a rough patch and the band breaking up, the girls basically said, let's release another album. They put this one out, Sex and Misery. It's more misery than sex, or I should say more misery than fun. And there's the track listing. I really don't listen to this album much. I mean, you have these two. You don't need anything else, honestly. I should probably listen to this again to see if my taste has changed at all. But I don't remember particularly caring for much on this album. And even, as a matter of fact, that's their 3 studio albums. And they have a best of, I think they have as many compilations as they do albums. I think there are 3 of them. But this is the one I have, the best of. And it basically takes songs from the first 2 albums. So if you don't want to get those first 2 albums, buy the best of. If you like the voice of the Beehive, this is everything you'll ever need. And it's all there. Absolutely fantastic. So why don't we take a listen to the music, and I'll see you on the other side.
Up in the morning and say, who the hell are you? And then she turned to me and said, we know you. Tell us some secrets, honey, we won't say a word. But I say nothing, I talk to no one. I know what I believe, don't need to wear it on my sleeve. I talk to no one, and I will say nothing. If we come and go alone, what do they need to know? Don't call me baby, she is waiting in the car. It took so long to get this far. Don't call me baby. You said forever, and then you went and changed your plans. You said that someday I would understand, but I still wonder. I wonder why we are not walking and fighting and asking for favors, meeting at midnight while avoiding all the neighbors. Time is a distance that you can't retrace by miles. If I saw you again, I'd smile, but I'd say, don't call me baby, when she is waiting in the car. It took so long to get this far. Don't call me baby. He's got his eyes on the horizon. He says I can ride his rocket. Well, telephone numbers are tumbling from his top pocket. Dream wants a operator. He falls out of the car. He says, I'm f***ing later now. Just get me to the bar. There's a barbarian in the back of my car. Oh no, there's a barbarian, yeah, 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 in the back of my car. Oh no, there's a barbarian in the back of my car. Oh no, there's a barbarian, yeah, 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 in the back of my car. Oh no, there's a barbarian in the back of my car. Oh no, there's a barbarian. wrong, she said. Not much should be found, she said. I ought to know. Time goes by slowly. I am here and I am young. Life is here and not much fun. Somehow, some way, I missed my day. Don't you ever get sick of feeling sick about it? Don't you ever get sick of feeling sick without it? She wakes up and cracks a beer, wants to feel she isn't too. Sometimes she cries, then she doesn't know why. She is only 22, and she feels her life is through. Blames it on fate, starts drinking at 8. Don't you ever get sick of feeling sick about it? Don't you ever get sick of feeling sick without it? Sorrow flows, sorrow flows, sorrow flows, sorrow flows. The man in the moon is my man. He never says nothing, so I know he understands. He's the brother I never had, the husband I never want. He's everything to everyone, he's famous, he's the man in the moon. He's the man in the moon. The man in the moon is my man. The man in the moon is my love caravan. He'll never break my heart, I know he's here to stay. Tell all the other boys to go away. I'll take the man in the moon. I'll take the man in the moon. He's always dressed properly. He's always where I can see him. He's always there when I need him. I walk the earth, my darling. This is my home. Grab your pack, my darling. Grab your pack and walk with me. We will walk the road. This road is all we need. I could be flat broke, or I could be a millionaire. Just take my hand, just take my hand, and we will walk for miles. I walk the earth, my darling. This is my home. I walk the earth, my darling. This is my home. ocean.
So that's it. Again, voice of the Beehive. Check them out. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the music. So stay well, friends, and remember, if the music strikes a chord, let it play.